Hello. So it's Friday morning, the 19th of July, and we're about to get on with Szara, and I'm just enabling it so she can bump on and jump on with us. We'll see her make a request any minute now to join in. And I can't wait. We're going to be talking some more about listening. What you've distinguished over this last week between listening and hearing. Here we go. Szara's watching. There, I'm going to add her. There we go. We're adding Szara. She's going to be with us any minute.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello, Szara.
I'm going to go on this call.
Place you want to go, London.
London. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Bye. Hi.
Hi.
Friendly folk.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh la la, look at your lipstick. I am in Edinburgh. Look at this around here.
Oh,
Ooh,
beautiful.
it's a bit rainy. We're just under, the castle is like up that way. So gorgeous. The old town. It's like friggin' beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Loving it.
Yeah.
It is.
I loved Edinburgh. Yeah, awesome. Great. Okay. Yay. So here we are today. We are talking about listening, and specifically we were looking at the difference between listening and hearing, taking on actually listening. So
yeah,
that's
what we distinguished last week, was like looking at like what is listening versus hearing. And it's so interesting because I could so see all the different spaces hearing was, where it's like, yeah, I heard you. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And it's really it's really been a little confronting. It really has this week with my husband in particular. Okay. With my kids, I find with my kids, I don't know, there's a different commitment with them or something like that. They're children, the compassion is right there. I'm responsible for their development.
I'm laughing a little bit.
Kind of have this background conversation like, well, they should be a certain way. Like, come on, get with the program. Like, I shouldn't have to work hard when I'm around you, or take that extra time to like really listen. Like, you just be clearer in who you are, and that would just be easier. Yeah. I love it. So I could often hear how often I was hearing to just like either get my agenda across, or hearing to just quickly deliver. Like, I was more interested that like what I had to say got heard over there. Yeah, it was more like yeah, but
your connections is a bit wooky.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know what happened. A cloud must have gone by.
Okay, so you were just saying, like, the way you were listening
was really interesting. It was a really interesting week of really noticing how often I am in a.
Yeah, your connection is breaking up, hon. So you were just saying, like, sorry, your connection keeps breaking up, hon.
Yeah. My connection does not seem that powerful here. Boo.
It's not listening for you. Awesome.
So I think it's because it's my husband's phone.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, so you were just saying, though, like, that you could really distinguish, and it was really kind of confronting, but you could see that you weren't actually listening, but you were just like already listening with some kind of filter in place is what I actually hear. And she's still pulling faces. Can you not hear me, hon? She's just smiling so beautifully. Cool. So that's what I hear what Szara was saying. And what I'm going to offer you is I had a really similar week where I noticed where I wasn't actually listening to, like yesterday was a case in point where I had my kids at work with me. And it's always tricky for my youngest because she gets kind of jealous is the bottom line when I'm working with other people. Really awesome. Yesterday we had this straight conversation where she was just like, I said to her, I don't exactly know how to start the conversation, but I looked at her and she wasn't all like excited and lit up and enlivened. And I was like, so how was that experience for you today? How was it when you were at work with me? And she's like, mm. And I said, oh, I'm really sorry. You like, that was really like not working. Not, it was hard for you, something in that world. She's like, yeah, you know what, Mom? I don't feel listened to when I'm at work with you. And I'm like, funny, that should come up this week, right? And so we really just unpacked it a little bit. And it was so beautiful because she's so clear. When she talks to you, she's so clear about the parts that don't work and the parts that work. And so then right in that moment when I actually heard everything she was saying, when I actually listened to her, I could really get her experience of having to share me, and that my attention is really on the people that I'm working with rather than her. And so what we were looking at is, how do we take that going forward? What are we going to take on? Yeah. So that's where we are. Hello, Sarah Key. And Szara says she thinks she discovered the issue. So we're just going to try and join it in again. 1 second. Here we go. We're going to add Szara in. It says we're adding her in. There we go. And now we're going to connect. Hello. There we go. So I was just sharing a little bit about my experience yesterday with Ella and the listening.
Hello. I think I was on Wi-Fi instead of the actual strong connection.
Okay. Awesome. So what I think we want to be talking about a little bit is the segue between what you were discovering and what I was discovering this week to what we're actually taking on for this next week. So do you want to say, like, given like what you were noticing, how you were listening to your partner through this little filter? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah. So this week is so perfect because, like, now that we've kind of gotten a little bit of distinction between listening and hearing, yeah, like now we can really actually be more active in it in a sense and create how we're going to listen. Like, am I not coming through?
No, you are. You are. Keep talking. Oh, now we just lost her again. This is a messy broadcast. Awesome. So, hi, Sarah. I got that you're out in the car, and I wish you could join in. What we were really looking at this week is when we start to notice the difference between listening and then listening with a filter, that there's actually a difference, or just hearing to what people are saying and coming in with this opinion about what they're saying. There actually becomes this difference between just listening and then listening for that person. And Szara was actually creating it beautifully. Like, she was listening for her partner in a certain way, right? And then that's how he's going to show up. And so really what we're going to take on this week is starting to listen for. And I really noticed that this week for myself, where I wasn't listening for somebody. And I mean, Adrian's like my perfect example. When I look at what he does, so this week, a friend of ours had a birthday, and he was like, oh, what would really make a difference for her? And we'd spent a little bit of time with her. And then, he went out and shopped and bought her this gift so that she makes a diary for herself every day, like every month. And she was finding she didn't have a lot of time because she was working really hard. And so he went out and selected stuff to make her like a journaly diary thing really work. And right in that moment, like, it's that thing. It's so easy in those moments to choose to listen for him. Right. And I was just like, what a loving human that, given all he's up to, he's in a new job, he's working long hours, here he is making a difference for our friend. So really what we're doing today, this week, what we're taking on is, how do we actually listen for another person? How do we actually have them win around us with listening to them? Okay, so I'm going to end the broadcast because I get to take it away on my own, and I send so much love to each and every, and let's really take on listening for another this week. Okay, thank you so much.